So I wanted to talk about these few panels in Berserk Chapter 35 that I saw the original in the 97 anime several years ago, over a decade ago, and I just finished reading the manga like 2 years ago, and well, probably more like 1 year ago, but I went over the Golden Age arc as well, even though I've seen the 97 anime and it's relatively close. Um, I really wish that they had included this little um, this interaction, this monologue from Corkus in the 97 anime. Um, I always hated you, pal, from the start. To be honest, I aimed my bowgun at you, at your back, more than just once or twice in battle. Now I finally see why you piss me off so much. It's that face, that stone cold, intense, scowling mug gets under my skin like nothing else. That face, like you're in some kind of agony or something, like you're the only one walking some profound path of suffering that no one else understands. Like you're the only one who's special. Don't be so proud. I don't buy it. You ain't special. You can never become like Griffith. So, I think I think all of us, from how much we know of Guts, we understand that he is indeed on, some path of profound suffering that no one understands. Well, at this point, maybe you could have a few people that would understand what Guts is going through. The abuse and the torment, and I don't know. But obviously, once you get to conviction and stuff beyond that, it's I mean, it's there's things that just normal humans can't relate to. But I think in this part in particular, I think there are some things, or most of Guts' trauma, people can relate to, right? And yeah, I mean, we understand Guts' past and his trauma, or we don't necessarily understand it, but we've seen it. We are witnesses to it, and that is a strong. It creates a strong bond to where we can empathize with Guts. So we understand that he's on a path of profound suffering. But really, I mean, how many other characters do we know the backstory, in and out, as well as Guts? We get a glimpse of Casca, Griffith, and in the later in the manga, we get Farnese and Serpico. But really, we don't know that much about, Corkus's past. And from what we see in the universe, it's probably difficult to say that it wasn't, trauma free or, abuse free. So I don't know. We see Guts, and I kind of see our relation to Guts as a relation to ourselves, and so far as we treat ourselves as the main characters of our life, which you sort of have to do unless you want the world to just trample all over you, all the time. But I don't know. It kind of makes me think how much, how much empathy Guts could have for other people, and how much empathy we as the viewers can have for a character like Corkus that was kind of just a shallow, just cliche, just nothing in the 97 anime. And there's a very few parts that humanize Corkus in the 97 anime, and I wish they had kept this in the 97 anime because it kind of humanizes him a little bit more. At least we understand, right, why he dislikes Guts so much here. I kind of get it, right? Who's to say that Corkus hasn't been through very similar shit, or that Judo or someone else that maybe Guts is just feeling a bit sorry for himself. This kind of shit is happening all the time in the universe, even in the Lost Children arc. A lot of this is happening to Jill. So I don't know. I kind of have this feeling about I like this chapter a lot because it humanizes Corkus more, and I don't know. There's a few more things I wanted to say. I kind of forgot. It's kind of a ramble, but yeah, I feel like this really should have been included because The only other time we get like a glimpse of something that humanizes Corkus is the scene before this, when they're in the tavern and he's talking to Guts and Jew about what it means to dream and what a real man is and all that. But I don't know. I really wish this had been included. It makes Corkus, in my mind, a little bit more than just a cliche, which is pretty much all he is in the '97 anime. I kind of joke about that a lot with people who I enjoy discussing Berserk with, but yeah, I don't know. Well, anyway, that's about all for this video. Just thought I'd kind of share my thoughts about this.